Okay, everybody, been quite a while since I did a video. So today is June 23rd, 2018. As you can see, last Friday or the previous session, crude oil really made a tear after OPEC came to a decision of no decision. Basically, seems like a lot of people conclude that the increase of supply might not be what a lot of people think it could, or it should be, or it would be. So anyway, thought we take a look at the chart on the crude oil future, the CL. Okay, and for those that's trading some other things like the ETF, then you could sort of transpose this thing to different instrument. All right, so let's take a look at this price chart here. This is a daily chart, and as you can see, depending on what trend line that you are following, okay, if you're following this trend line, it seems to indicating that hey, support is still way down here, and the recent price pullback not even close to this trend line. Or if you are looking at this trend line, then you would say, "Hell, look at that! It broke and it came down, back tested and it fell and came down." So you could have taken a short as it retreat back from the trend line to fail or breaking back above this trend line test, and made a quick short trade and be fairly profitable if you did not get greedy. Then the other one is this intermediate trend line. Then it came down. It seems to be got close to that trend line, bounced off of it, and bam, then it went back up. So now, if you're short down here, you probably be chasing your cover, and or if you went and took a long down here, then hey, congratulations, you're really a great trader. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So let's take a look at the price action and see what's going to take place. A couple scenario, right? Got these price zone here, and let me zoom this in. Right. So the blue stand for what I call rejection zone, or basically it's price come up and could be have a high probability of getting rejected. So if you look at it, say, well, if it's coming up, then it could be a resistance zone. But if it's going down, it could also act as a supporting zone also. So that's why I would rather call it a rejection zone. And yes, on the way up, it could come up. The price could get rejected back down. And so one of the scenario that I'm looking at is possibly come up, get rejected, right, and come back down to this what I call a acceptance zone or a consolidation zone, right, and then it bounce around, and then the price maybe come back up, right. So that's one short-term scenario. The other one is let's say it did not get rejected and went right to, then come back into this acceptance zone, then come back and retest this rejection zone to make sure that it got rejected. That's basically the market does not like the prices down here, and then it come back and get the acceptance and chop around here, and then move to maybe a take out of this high here. So that's another scenario that would be an upside scenario, and this right here would be a sort of a consolidation pullback scenario. Then the other scenario is that it actually come up, get rejected, did not find acceptance here, and come back down into this acceptance zone, right? And then maybe try to balance out, and then decide what it's going to do. Is it going to take it back up higher, or it's going to come down and maybe come down and find support down at this trend line? Maybe, right? So it depends. All right, those are the three scenarios that I'll be watching and to see how the price will play itself out. Of course, it all depends, your setup and that sort of thing. Just because you know the scenario and then you see it come up, you still have to watch for your setup to initiate the trade. All right, so good luck.